Holy look at these dope ass bags. These guys are the Citadel collection from Black Ember, a design sort of coalition who makes some really dope gear bags. Sometimes there's focusing specifically, it looks like, for some DSLR photography stuff, but this collection here is made for, I don't know, some people, the Navy SEALs, okay? They're backpacks. They're both the same backpack on the inside, but on the outside, lots of differences. I'll show you that in just a moment. You should know that they're both about a 25-liter bag, all right? We're about 19 and a half inches tall by 12 inches wide by 6.5 inches deep. And you should know, because the material itself is kind of rigid, the bags kind of keep their shape. They're both empty right now, right? So they keep that boxy sort of vibe, whatever you got in them. The material is an 800D material that has 3 layers of, I don't know, it feels like it's like polyurethane. It feels like it's kind of rubberized in there. Very, very water resistant material. In fact, here, I'll put this one down for a second. Both these suckers are water resistant to what is called IPX6, which means you can have a super powerful jet and spray it at this, like way more powerful than your old school super soaker, and the water won't get in. It's the one step before true waterproof, which is you can submersive. Submersive? You can submerge it. You can submerge it. You can submerge it. They've got YKK water resistant zippers, Hypalon laser cut and bonded lash points for anytime you see a lash point on these bags. Really, really, absolutely stellar materials and build quality on these bags. So, as I mentioned, there's 2 packs we're talking about here. This is the Citadel, all right, which is more minimal, flat and clean on the front. This is the Modular Citadel, which has basically take-offable pouches that I'll show you here in a second, because that's where it gets kind of fun when you take the pouches on and off. I'll show you that in a second. Let's look at this one first, because there's a little less to show on the outside. Quick access pocket right here in the front, just a thin, no dimension pocket, perfect for my headphones and glasses, because I can get them right there. Then on the back of the bag, secret compartment zipper right behind my straps here, which is kind of nice for my, anything you want to protect from the pickpockets. You've got your passport and your boarding passes and things like that can go right there. I need to call attention to these straps before we go any further, okay? They are very, very padded, almost too padded. I'll show you them in a second here. Let's see. Let's throw them on. They have this big rigid, not rigid, sorry, but soft padding that is I don't know, can you see how fat that is? It's sort of fat. It's like, I don't know if I like the look of it that much. So the good news is it's really comfortable. The bad news is it looks like a life raft or something. You know what I mean? So I'm not a huge fan of the look of this. However, comfort-wise, it's like you can pack this thing out with tons of gear and you'd be super comfortable. And just for the sake of the viewers at home, I'm about 5'10", 190 pounds, and this is how big the bag looks on me, okay? Keeps that boxy, rigid form, which is kind of cool. It looks a little bit Navy SEALs. It looks a little Navy SEALs. I kind of like this thing. While we're talking about the straps, you should know they use multiple kinds of foam, and they're supposed to mold to you over time. They're never gonna let you down. Everything on this bag materials-wise, for instance, this sternum strap here. They use one of my favorite kinds of clippers here, which is magnetic. So it just clips into place and one little finger pushes it right out. So there's nothing to snap. You could do it with one hand. You could do it with almost no hands. Watch, I'll do it with no hands. Oh, I did it! I was just about to give up and it's all I did it! Same thing with the materials that they use for the handles and stuff like that. This is a great handle. You can get multiple handles from these guys because they have just these metal bits that clip onto the lash points. So you can add a handle on either side here. You could probably add one, you can't add one on the bottom. But anyways, the handles, the straps that they have down here for putting on, you know, you could lash a tripod or something down in there. Those things also, just like they call it airline grade, you know, aircraft grade materials. They're all anodized, like a tungsten, like alkaline, whatever Wolverine's made out of. That's the outside of this bag. You've got the pocket here, the pocket there on the front. You've got some places to connect lash straps and things like that if you want to. Bitchin' straps that go around your neck that you can remove and put away if you needed to carry it as a briefcase. There's also an optional hip strap that you can get that connects down here to this strap here, just letting you know in case you're into that sort of thing. Now, zippers on this bad boy, water resistant YKK zippers, and you should know that this goes all the way around so you can open it wide up. Now, once we're inside the bag, both of these bags are exactly the same on the inside. They're all made from the same materials. The other one, the modular one, has different accessories you can put on the front, which I'll show you in a moment. But inside the bag, they're both exactly the same. Let's start over here on the front pouch, okay? You have like each one of these pockets out here, except for these two pen guys, have a little Velcro like holder down so you can throw your phone or whatever you need to in there and it'll stay down. You also have a, for your papers, your business papers, man. Little papers pouch there and a mesh guy here, which is nice because it'll expand, you know, to whatever you need to put inside of it. Then you can see what's in there. Okay, now, if you're like me, you're looking at this big black thing like, what's this guy? This is something very unique that they have. First of all, there's a pouch in it where you can fit your laptop if it's not too wide, right? But second of all, what this is, they use those same clips, those magnetic clips that are on the sternum strap. What this guy does is this is what they call like, what do they call this? They call it a compression divider. And in use, what I've done is if I put my iPad or a magazine or a journal or something like that, I just clip this in like so. And because it's got that magnet stuff, it's really easy to do that. It just clips right on. And now I've got a little divider that keeps like my, I don't know, that kind of stuff away. It's also very rigid. So it's like anything that I want to put behind there, I can kind of compress down and so it doesn't jumble around the bag. Because this bag keeps its boxy shape, it's kind of nice to have something that I can cinch my stuff down with. Kind of cool, might be an extra step for you that you don't like, but you should know that the magnet things make it pretty easy to watch, to just kind of like put my finger there. Oh, look at that, that was easy. And then if I'm putting it together, look at it. Where is it? There it is, magnets. How do they work? I like that. Okay, so then behind here, you have basically the same setup as the other side, 3 pouches here. One of them has a key thing with that same magnetic clip there. And then another mesh pocket down below. And then your laptop compartment here. Now you might be saying like, wait a minute, Chase, how do I get to my laptop compartment if the side goes around like that? That's what this zipper is for back here. So I love this feature on this bag. I don't have to open up. I never opened this thing up when I was using it, except for to like load in a sweater or a water bottle or something. Right here, I got my laptop. I got quick access to my charger, to my sunglasses, to whatever I need right there. So I pull my laptop in and out of that guy. My laptop is suspended. It is really rigid on the back. This thing is totally protected. Really good protection for my laptop. And because I can zip into this guy, I never had to open up anything else to get to my laptop. So functionally, that was really useful. Not only does this thing have a lot of features and like a bunch of interesting design stuff, but functionally, it works really great as a daily carry bag. Okay, so that is the Citadel from Black Ember. Now let's look at the Citadel Modular. And if you can see on the back of these guys, there's a little, a little thing for those nipples to slide into. And then the same thing that I've seen on Tom Bin bags to attach to Molly webbing. So, for example, check this out. The sides also have a nipple and some strap lashing thing. So what I'll do is I'm gonna attach this thing to this side and I'll show you how. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put that little magnet guy, the nipples are magnetic, so it sucks right on. But now it's like flippy floppy. That's when I use that clip underneath here. Don't show this, Clark. I'm gonna make it look effortless, like fucking Vanna White. Almost got it. Damn, son. So I pull open that little lash area and get my little clippers through there and then cinch it down. Now, I'm literally pulling this and oh, I got the Velcro off. Got the magnet off. Oh, got it all off. You see how much I had to work to pull that sucker off? They're just clipped on there. It's a ton of strength. And now I've got a dope attachment pocket to my bag, right? This is kind of, I'm really into these suckers. This thing is dope. So the same thing with this guy. This I would definitely put out here. This is basically how I would carry this bag. I'd have this one, and I'm not putting on those clips right now because it'll just take a little bit more work and I'm already recording. And then I might throw this guy on here on this side, you know what I mean? These guys, you see it looks kind of cool, but to be honest, I think I would do without these side pockets just for me. How I would carry would just be this guy. I'll show you inside one of these guys, the small admin. Pretty cool. You've got a place for some pens right here. You've got a place for basically your iPhone size thing. And then you open this sucker up and you've got a bunch of organizations. So if you're like photographer, gearhead, that kind of thing, got some webbing, strapping, elastic stuff right here. This kind of thing, you might go like, oh dude, I need like 3 of those. Well, guess what? You can fit 3 of those on here. I think you could fit like 1, 2, you could fit these guys on here with the big fatty, right? Like this. You could do it like that, and so you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these guys if you wanted, or of these guys, or you could do 2 of these. So you can set this all up however you want, baby. That's modular. But personally for me, here's how I would carry it. With one of these pouches on the front, and then I would get another one of these handles to put on this side, because whenever I'm carrying a bag, I'm always like this. I always want to grab it with my left hand, and I want to get that thing, right? So I would always I love side grab handles. Grab handles? Yeah, hand grabbles? Side grab handles on my bag for that. And with these guys, for like another 10 bucks, you can get one of their dope handles. I like these handles. I'll show you inside this large admin really quick. Zipper on the outside, which is nice. Got to put like your little things in there. Pouch on the outside, but it's covered with this magnetic flap. Love magnets. I mean, how do they work? Then you can open this sucker all the way up. Big pouch, a lot of pockets with some dimension thing in the background here. Another cool thing about these is you can pull them off, and they sell a little like neck strap that you can attach right here and here. On this guy, there's that D-ring right there. On this guy, there's 2 little rings right here. And this is not that stupid as a little man bag, as a European man bag cruising around, and you can fit quite a bit of stuff in here, you know what I mean? You can get your camera, you can get it's like, hey look, I'm traveling around and now I've got my little hip pack. This modular pack is so unique. I like the look of it. I mean, even without anything on top of it, I like this guy. You don't have a quick access pocket on the outside. That's the only thing you're basically lacking from this guy. But then of course you have the ability to add multiple pouches however you desire to configure them. And then there's another pouch, the final pouch that they have, which is called like their sport pack. All right, now this clips on, you know, just like you would, just like I showed you before. It's got a handful of those magnetic nipple holders, nipple clamps back there. And then as it goes on, it looks like this. I'm not, like I said, I'm not locking it all the way in for you there because I don't have the time to do that. Sort of a pain in the arse. But what this allows you to do is it allows you to have access, more pockets here, to put an extra spare, you know, bit of clothing, your shoes for the gym and stuff like that. So really cool for if you're like looking for a gym pack type of thing and you need to bring an extra pair of shoes. I put my clothes right in here, and on the outside, I got a nice pocket for my shoes that I can fit in with a lash strap that goes around the outside, all right? I don't like the look of this very much at all, personally, but you know what it's like when you need that functionality, you need that functionality. Both these bags have great looks, really like sleek design, tons of water resistance. Like I said, you can spray these suckers down with a massive jet engine stream and water still won't get into them. That's what they're rated for. And this modular thing is extremely unique. I think they executed it really well, and it ends up, you know, for all the like Navy SEALs vibe of it, it ends up being still kind of an urban street thing that would work in a lot of, you know, situations that you might find yourself in, even if you're not a Navy SEAL. Dope design, and honestly, really well made. I think that over time, as I was using this, the rigidity of the bag can get a little bummer on you. It might get a little old or something like that. For me, these compression straps on the side, I had to pull these off when I was using it because I don't want to have to deal with those compression guys. I like the compression thing on the bottom of this guy in case I ever needed to carry my tripod around or something like that. But these ones on the side were a bit overkill because I had to take them off anytime I wanted to open up the whole bag. But ultimately, the rigidity might get on your nerves after a little while, but there's a lot of other situations you'd be like, dude, I love the rigidity of it. You know, that water resistance, that durability that it gives you is sort of like priceless. As far as other bags you might want to look at to compare with this, I have to tell you that the Wandered Perverki is what you should look at next. The Provoke, I call it the Perverki because there's no vowels in it. One of my favorite bags of all time, really, really well made, similar water resistance, similar organization, all that kind of stuff, extensible to, you know, your camera cube and stuff like that. So if you're still researching your bags, check out the Wandered Perverki pack. I have a video for that I'll put in the description below, or one of the link things here. And if you're into this kind of look, you might also be into the Peak Everyday Backpack. Check that out. I'll put a link around here as well as in the description because that backpack is also super dope, tons of organization, and incredibly well designed. All right, y'all, that is the Citadel collection from Black Ember. Really, really like these bags. Very, very strong showing in the design, in the functionality, in the materials and build. Hope you dig it. Like, comment, and subscribe. You know, YouTubers always say that, like, comment, and subscribe, but maybe do it. Maybe actually do that. I do bag videos like this all the time. If you're just learning about me right now, check out what we've done on the channel, and maybe subscribe, because I do stuff like this very often. Bagworks.co, jacereeves.net. Those are the websites.
I guess those are the websites.
Yeah,
he's wanting us to, I guess, go check out what he's up to or something like that. Yeah, looks nice.